Gary Neville slams, terrible, Arsenal star for one thing he did v Man City. And Arsenal just confirmed they're interested in the young £26 million star to replace Bukayo Saka. Stay with me until the end of the video to check out the latest news from Arsenal straight from the Emirates Stadium. But before that, if you're as passionate about Arsenal as we are, don't waste any time and subscribe to our channel right now to stay updated on everything happening with the greatest team in the Premier League. And without further ado, let's dive into today's top news. Former Manchester United defender Gary Neville called out one Arsenal player for an error that he kept repeating against Manchester City. In general, Arsenal produced an extremely solid defensive display to hold Manchester City to a 0-0 draw. The Gunners were excellent at the back at the Etihad Stadium. Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba won their duel with Erling Haaland, keeping the Manchester City striker quiet throughout the game. On top of that, right-back Ben White was hailed for the bravery and authority of his play. Mikel Arteta will be delighted with how his rearguard kept Pep Guardiola's reigning champions at bay. The platform provided by the defenders allowed Arsenal to earn their first Premier League point away from home against Manchester City since 2016. However, goalkeeper David Raya had a couple of sticky moments with the ball at his feet. In the first half in particular, on a slick pitch, the Spanish shotstopper struggled to keep his feet, leading to a number of miscued kicks. Even when his footing didn't let him down, his distribution was often still poor. This meant that on a number of occasions Manchester City were gifted the ball in dangerous areas. It was only the swiftness with which the rest of the Arsenal players reacted to these incidents that meant Arteta's side were not punished for any of Raya's errors. Gary Neville was quick to notice the Arsenal goalkeeper's kicking woes. Speaking on Sky Sports, the former Manchester United fullback observed, "Raya's kicking has been terrible. It's not helping him that he keeps falling over as he kicks it." Peter Smith then added, following up on Gary Neville's point about David Raya's kicking today, "The intention is clearly to go direct. He just kicked the ball out of his hands into the other half of the pitch, something I haven't seen a Premier League keeper do for years. But more often than not he's just giving the ball back to Man City." David Raya owes thanks to Arsenal teammates. In general, distribution is one of the strengths of the Brentford loanee's game. It is certainly one of the aspects of his play which encouraged Arteta to make him the Arsenal number one ahead of Aaron Ramsdale in the first place. Raya has also built up a lot of credit with the Arsenal fanbase owing to his recent penalty to shootout heroics against Porto in the Champions League. Had the Gunners conceded a goal, and subsequently lost this match, off the back of one of his inaccurate clearances though, then there would have been a storm of criticism. This was a high-pressure game, and Raya will likely feel that he was bailed out somewhat by his Arsenal teammates. The Great Wall Magalhaes. Arsenal fans seem harmonious in their thoughts regarding Gabriel Magalhaes' display against Manchester City today. Mikel Arteta watched his Arsenal team deliver a colossal performance at the back, demonstrating how far they've come as a unit. There was zero sign of the side that collapsed and lost 4-1 at the Etihad last season, and if anything Arsenal looked like stealing the game. Unfortunately a win wasn't attainable on this occasion, even if Leandro Trossard looked as if he would slip Gabriel Martinelli in for the winner in the dying moments. But Arsenal will have to settle for a draw, and in truth they'll probably be quite content with all said and done. Of course, given Arteta's side were able to secure a clean sheet at the most difficult venue to do so in the league, a lot of credit was given to the backline. Both William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes were dominant, barely allowing Erling Haaland a sniff. However, when Saliba was handed the Player of the Match award at full-time, many Arsenal fans thought it was the wrong decision. Arsenal fans thought Gabriel Magalhaes deserved the Player of the Match award against Man City. Replying to a post on X sharing Sky Sports' decision to hand Saliba the award, Arsenal fans were adamant that Gabriel deserved the accolade instead. Of course, it was a brilliant night for both Saliba and Gabriel, but it did feel as if the Brazilian edged it on this occasion. Saliba was flawless as usual, even if he was slightly nervous on the ball at times in the first half, but Gabriel almost single-handedly took Erling Haaland out of the game. We're splitting hairs, yes, but a lot of Arsenal fans did seem pretty passionate in their praise for Gabriel after the game, thinking he was slightly overlooked for Saliba on this occasion, even if they were pleased with both. Either way, it was a strong result and performance by Arteta's men, who will hope to build on that progress against Luton Town at the Emirates next. Arsenal can solve Bukayo Saka transfer need with £26 million Leeds United move. Arsenal have entered the race to sign Chelsea target Crescencio Somerville, according to reports, and the two London sides are thought to be in pole position for his signature. Somerville currently plays for Leeds United and has earned rave reviews for his performances in the Championship this season. The 22-year-old has scored 17 goals and provided 9 assists from 39 games in all competitions to spearhead the Whites towards a promotion charge. Leeds were relegated from the Premier League last season and are locked in what promises to be a nail-biting scrap for promotion with Ipswich Town and Leicester City. Either way, though, the Yorkshire outfit are braced for interest in Somerville. Reports from Goal indicate Arsenal are ready to make a move for the ex-Feyenoord star, who could be available for £26 million, with Chelsea said to be keen on the Dutchman, as well, this summer. Aston Villa, Crystal Palace and RB Leipzig are name-dropped as potential competitors. Somerville made his name in the academy system at Feyenoord, but did not make a single senior appearance for the Eredivisie club before a transfer to Leeds for €1.5 million in 2021. He previously spent time on loan with ADO Den Haag. Somerville, who has been capped by Netherlands at U21s level, is under contract at Elland Road until 2026. Somerville predominantly operates on the left-hand side, a position regularly taken up by Gabriel Martinelli for Arsenal, but he can also play on the right-hand side, the position Bukayo Saka occupies. The 22-year-old was on target for Leeds in their dramatic 2-2 draw versus Watford on Good Friday. Football data website WhoScored rank him as the best player for Leeds this season. His rating is 7.73 with impressive ratings for shots per game, 3.2, key passes per game, 2.8, and crosses per game, 1.5. Arsenal fans are all now saying the same thing about Bukayo Saka after 0-0 v Man City. Bukayo Saka had a tough evening as Arsenal battled to a 0-0 draw at the Etihad Stadium. Whilst the winger worked incredibly hard defensively, he had nowhere near the kind of impact in the final third that has come to be expected of him. Whilst Ben White was hailed for his positive attacking play from right-back, on the same flank Saka struggled to make his presence felt. When the hosts had plenty of the ball, especially in the first half, the 22-year-old did his defensive duty diligently, as he tracked back and sat deep, almost playing as an auxiliary fullback at times. However, when Mikel Arteta's men had the opportunity to break forward, the Hale End Academy graduate failed to make any kind of telling contribution. Why did Bukayo Saka struggle v Manchester City? There was perhaps an element of the attacker being short of 100% fitness for this match. Saka was a doubt to start in this game, having pulled out of the England squad with an injury in the recent international break. He certainly did not look as though he was firing on all cylinders. Ultimately, the Gunners will feel that they came away from this crucial Premier League clash with a positive result. Arsenal were able to earn a point on the road against Manchester City for the first time since 2016, and they remain well and truly in the title race. The toughest test they will face during the run-in is now behind them, too. However, Saka will be disappointed with his own performance. He was substituted in the 78th minute. Given how rarely Arteta hooks the England man, this speaks to the fact he was likely short of full fitness and was turning in a subpar display. After the final whistle, many Arsenal fans took to X to give their verdict on Saka's showing. One supporter said he was absolutely trash this game. Another supporter insisted, "You know what we really need, a proper backup for him. He plays 99% of our games. We still want Saka to be playing at all cylinders for as long as he can." Whilst another claimed, "He's not fit at all, right from the first half." One fan chipped in with, "Saka and Foden went stinker for stinker." Well folks, those were the main news for today. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated on everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and until the next video.